Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
Some stuff
Oh,
happened.
yeah, some stuff happened is right. Um, Congratulations, first of all.
Oh, thank you.
Um, the first thing I want to say is basically I remember in the weeks that were leading up to this con, you were very disparaging of your own chances, I guess. Where related to the tournament, you said before top four started that you thought Sundial was going to win, and that you were going to be out in top four. And yet clearly, so yeah, why do you think, or like, to what can you attribute your apparently unexpected success?
An opening hand full of tricks. My opening hand, game 3, had all 3 Wrinkling times, and that's a really good card against farm.
Mm-hmm.
And then I flipped into a blackmail after 3 games.
Yes, that was an impressive flip for you. And again, I suppose this deck, we could tell, was kind of, to some extent, built to counter BRB, and we all kind of knew that you had the upper hand in that final game.
In the finals, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Essentially, my philosophy was I have 3 routes. I can recognize what the meta is about removing friends and try and fight it with just a swarm of friends, or I can try and go around it. That first deck was going to be pink, yellow, white. The second option was to try and circumvent it by being able to score without friends, and that was going to be Seleno yellow. And then I eventually settled on this third option, which was to embrace the meta, run no friends, and try and get rid of as many as possible. Which BRB doesn't like that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, half of the cards in BRB's hand were just dead.
I mean, half of the card in BRB's deck were just dead.
Indeed. Like, honestly,
yeah,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, when they have to play Berry Punch and Orange Swirl just to get their 4th wreck, they're not happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, bait and switch is pretty much the only useful friend they have against you.
Yeah, which is why I try and banish them as soon as I can, just so they can't be portaled.
Although notably, that last game, I remember we were thinking for a while that BRB actually had the upper hand if it could deny you any way of scoring points with both of those thrones banished. Was there a point in that game where you thought, like, there was a good chance that you were going to lose?
No. I knew that as soon as I drew a Troublemaker, I was going to be in a good spot, just simply because I could block off the other problem and I could banish my own Chrysalis. And as you probably saw, I kind of got impatient. I'm just like, I'm just going to banish this Chrysalis anyway and try and score points. Because, like, I just kept flipping the non-epic Troublemakers. And I was getting kind of sick of that. So I said, okay, I'm just gonna try and outrace you, try and out aggro you with my main. And then blackmail happened, and I'm like, okay, now these Chrysalises matter.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I'm glad.
So, sorry, transitioning onto a new question here. In your submission, your deck list for this deck, you made reference to an earlier deck that you had made, the original Mini Bell.
Yes.
With Sweetie Belle as the main. Why exactly did you eventually settle on Rarity over Sweetie Belle?
Well, okay. There's a long story there, which I've like written stuff about, so that'll be coming, on Reddit or something soon. But the short version is Rarity flips for 0 AT. Sweetie Belle flips for 4 AT, or maybe 3 AT. Sweetie Belle also is really bad against Tempest, like very bad against Tempest. Um, and the 2 points that you get for Rarity actually have wound up being very relevant.
Okay.
The showy and the home limit, not so much. Like that's definitely not as great as Sweetie Belle, but
Though we noticed that last game you made use of the showy a little bit.
Yeah, it can come in handy when the opponent is low on friends. But no, yeah, basically, the ability to run 0 friends instead of 5 freed up space for stuff like Castle of Friendship, which has wound up being very, very important.
You're playing purple without playing purple.
Yes.
As we said, that was to some extent that was the theme of this convention. What with you and the Lyra orange deck as well, playing very similarly in terms of the AT game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Eminently's deck was very, very good. Like it was very good. He just didn't have the tools to deal with my deck, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Eminently's deck is probably my favorite from what we've seen on stream, because it was doing a lot of neat things. I really liked it.
As I said on stream, it was build your own better cloud chaser with Apple Bloom.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I actually cleaning up one of his follow my leads in our Swiss game, and he was like, "What?"
So to that then, we saw in Swiss a lot of novel, off the wall kind of builds. What was your impression of the field? Was it sort of what you were expecting, or was there a lot of unexpected stuff there?
So, I went into this expecting a lot of BRB and a lot of chaos control and a lot of blue yellow. Those were the 3 things I was expecting to see the most of. There was a lot of BRB. There was at least 4, I think maybe even up to 6 decks. Not all of them made the top cut. There was, as far as I know, 1 blue yellow, which did make the top cut, and 1 chaos control, which also did make the top cut. So the meta was actually very different from what I was expecting, and I was very pleasantly surprised. There was a point where on stream there was Ambassador of Loyalty versus Scootaloo versus and then the other 2 players were my Rarity and Eminently's Lyra. And we were very proud of the fact that the 4 undefeateds at that point were considered to be off meta mains.
Mm-hmm.
Because we hadn't really seen much of any of that up to between Gen Con and now.
Yeah. I know myself and Hithrock were very pleasantly surprised when the stream got to focus. I think the first 5 rounds all featured aggro decks, and that was impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, this meta was considerably different than I was expecting, and I liked it a lot. We had a mono yellow deck make top 16.
Yep, I remember that one.
Yeah, we've seen that one on stream.
Just kind of balls to the wall aggro yellow. which was good.
Yeah, it had Novo in it. I thought that was very, very novel.
We also he put Noah on stream like in play, and we were very surprised by that. It's like, oh, it's Noah.
It's just like Nova. What the? She doesn't belong in competitive decks.
She does, apparently. And it was great. Like, she really helped on stream.
Yeah, the Fluttershy player was Blue Fairy's husband, and that's apparently his favorite deck. It's the one that he uses whenever he can.
I see.
Nice.
That's fair.
So,
did you guys get to see the spoilers that were here at the con?
Yeah, we actually revealed them earlier.
Just revealed them on stream when your match ended, actually.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, because that problem I think is going to go straight into that Fluttershy deck.
It should, yeah. I mean, any confront to flip main certainly has to consider it. It's really tough because I know, me playing with Echo and Thorax all the time. I don't know like how that deck is so built around train traditions. It would have to change pretty considerably if it wanted to do that. But that problem is just so enticing. The question is, will all of this push Tempest out enough that you're not so worried about her anymore?
Yeah, it's actually really funny. Those two cards address 3, I want to say. Yeah, 3 of my 5 points that I wrote about a month ago. I think that's really cool. Though I think this con proved that one of those points was just a lie. the main, one, that one was just clearly wrong.
Yeah, speaking of, by the way, it's been one of my major gripes about the meta that I'm pretty sure I talked about you with when you were on Ridiculous Talks, about how white as a color seemingly was lacking in a direction in the current meta and didn't have any particularly good mains, yada, yada, yada. Obviously, you proved us all wrong. It has, playing this deck and building it, kind of shifted you into saying that white's actually in a pretty good spot right now, or what do you think of it?
White has a good main, yes, absolutely. This leaves only Pinky, only poor, sad Pinky, to be a main 6 who has not had a very strong main. The peanut gallery is telling me Moshpit would care to disagree.
Well, okay. I think that's the end of my questions.
Yeah, I don't have anything to add, really.
Do you, are you getting another creator card off of this?
I wasn't told about that, so probably not.
That's fair.
Well, I guess you get more sticks then.
Yeah, it seems like there's no create a card.
Well, you have enough already, so maybe that's fine.
It's okay.
Well, in any event, congratulations again, and we'll hope to see more of your constructions in the future.
Yeah.
My understanding is
there's going to be a. Oh.
Sorry. Yeah, it was my understanding we have you to thank in part for the farming deck here as well.
The deck is definitely Pancake's deck. Just 3 or let's see, it was Tuesday. I had promised him a game, and I'm like, hey, I need, when do you want to play this game? And he said, let's play it Tuesday. And we played one game, and then he wanted to play another game, so we played another game, and he played against Meanbell's big sister that time, and he lost both of those games, and he was kind of not pleased about it, but he still liked the deck, and so we were talking about different things that could help improve the deck, which he claims was it 4 cards? Yeah, 4 or 5 cards that we talked about. Some of them he brought up, some of them I brought up, and he made a lot of changes. And he attributes those 4 or 5 cards to why he took top seed and went all the way to top 4 and almost top 2. He wants me to tell you that he went to semifinals because of Pipsqueak. A typo brought him to top 4.
Well, that was I remember the day after you played, I played against his deck, and I like specifically called out Pipsqueak and said, "Hey, do you really think that's such a good idea?" And told him, if that wins, let me know.
Well, now you
he
definitely
let you know.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, game 2 against me, he used Pipsqueak very nicely. After that, I'm pretty sure you're not going to do anything nefarious by gaining just 1 AT, Pancake. What could you possibly do with 5 AT that you couldn't do with 4?
Indeed. Yeah, it was actually very unfortunate that we didn't have the floor audio for the stream, because I could.
Oh.
Yeah, we all could tell that you and Pancake were enjoying the game so much.
Yeah, we both went into that knowing that, like, he was favored, and we knew that we both had good decks and that we were going to have a fun time. Like I even went into that saying that I'm happy either way, because either a very creative deck is going to make top 2 either way this happens.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pretty happy, especially since I made first last year. I didn't need to do it again this year. I wasn't going to give him the game though.
Mm-hmm. And you had predicted that he was going to win it all anyway, so
I did. Yeah,
win-win for you no matter what happens.
Yeah, but all of my predictions on the prediction thread are wrong now.
Even you, Hithrock, with the late Lyra prediction after seeing Swiss.
I mean, I wasn't like fully believing my prediction, but if that actually was going to happen, that would be so great. That's why I wrote Lyra. But yeah, it was kinda a late prediction. Like, I wrote Lyra after I saw the deck for the first time. Guess it doesn't count much.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Oh, it's totally fine.
I was half considering writing down, in quotes, whatever Bugle's playing, before the con.
Oh, wow. I made no secrets that I was, whenever people ask me what I was going to play, I'm like, it's 80% rarity pink, 20% Slano yellow. It still took people by surprise, though. They were expecting Sopranos and Bodyguards, and there were no Sopranos nor Bodyguards.
Mm-hmm.
Or no friends at all, for that matter.
Anyway, I'm sure you want to celebrate / get lunch or whatever you guys have planned for the rest of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you very much for your time, and again, we'll see you online soon.
Yeah, thanks for commentating all this, and I'm gonna have to watch some of those replays. I've been told that some of these games that I've not known anything about have been really good, so sounds like you guys had your hands full.
Yeah.
There was, yeah. Well, like we said, it was a really diverse meta. There was a lot of unexpected stuff going on. Through Swiss, we were joking the whole time. It's like, okay, when are we going to see BRB? When are we going to see Chaos Control?
Did you ever see Chaos Control?
Once.
Once. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I know you've seen BRB, because that must have hit at least 3 times.
I think we've seen
yeah,
BRB
at least 3 times.
3 times, yes.
Counting just Swiss or counting everything?
Counting everything.
Yeah, counting everything.
Everything may be more than 3 times.
Well, there was once now. It was BRB in T8.
Like
it was Grandpa's playing against it.
We have at least seen Sketch Beam 3 times.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
And we've seen Drata play BRB. So at
maybe
least
it was
4 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
well,
I've tried to send you off like 3 times now, Bugle.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. But yeah, thanks for doing everything, and see you guys online.
All right.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.
That was Bugle.
If someone didn't know that.
2018 Continental Champion, defending 2017 Continental Champion.